Roseanne Barr commented on the election, and it made some red flags go off to me about what could happen in the election moving forward. So according to The Hollywood Reporter and The Hill, she said, "I think we would be so lucky if Trump won, because then it wouldn't be Hillary. The election system is all fixed. I think Hillary Clinton probably got the receipt because she paid for the Oval Office. And both Trump and Bernie are playing the heel for Hillary. Hillary is friends with everybody that gives her any goddamn money. The fact is, you don't get to be the nominee without taking a lot of dirty money. You might be the best fucking person on earth, but if you're hanging out with criminals who do bad things, that matters a lot." So she went on to praise Trump for allegedly funding his own campaign. Quote, "That's the only way he could have gotten that nomination, because nobody wants a president who isn't from Yale and Harvard and in the club, because it's all about distribution." By the way, pause here, side note, he did go to the Wharton School of Business, which is an Ivy League school, so he's kind of in the club. He portrays himself well as not being in the club, but he's in the club. She says, "When you're in the club, you've got people that you sell to. That's how money changes hands. That's how business works. If you got friends there, they scratch your back and blah, blah, blah. And Trump is saying people will have to be vetted. We'll have to have legal immigration. It's all a scam. I mean, illegal immigration. When people come here and they get a lot of benefits that our own veterans don't get, what's up with that?" Okay, so here's why this was a red flag to me. Roseanne Barr, she's a very interesting person because on some issues, she is super duper duper liberal and progressive, and in many ways is kind of a Bernie Sanders-esque voice on some issues. In other ways, I'd argue she's kind of right-wing, but when you look at her points here, it becomes clear to me that there are many people who are similar to her on the political spectrum who are going to have similar reasoning. And they're going to say, they're going to kind of fall for the Trump line in that Trump is a master at rhetoric and a master at being a faux straight shooter where like he acts like he's telling it like it is and keeping it real, but he's actually just lying, as we've detailed a million times. And people will think if Donald Trump does just enough populist rhetoric, he says just enough about free trade, oh, I'm against it, TPP terrible, NAFTA terrible, Hillary for all this, I'm against it. By the way, he benefits from so-called free trade deals. His own fucking clothes and shit are made in China, so he's a liar. But if he does just enough rhetoric on that, just enough rhetoric on infrastructure spending, just enough rhetoric on foreign policy and not being interventionist, then I think there are gonna be a lot of progressives who go, maybe not so bad to sit out this election, maybe Trump wins, or maybe even some say vote for Trump, and then try to get a real progressive the next time around because Hillary's not a real progressive. I think that that's a strain of thought that is so pervasive and so strong now that it's yet another reason to think Donald Trump is the favorite at this point in the election and not the underdog. So, as I've said a million times, look out, man, because people on the left are so angry with Hillary Clinton that if she doesn't make a good faith effort to try to get those progressive voters by basically loading up her administration with progressives, picking a progressive VP, giving Bernie Sanders everything he wants on the platform, disaster dead ahead.